a very interesting point about many of these issues, and I would like to draw your attention towards spirituality.
Right.
Uh, it's a very rigorous subject to talk about, but I think if we were to look at the younger generation in India and a very small certain section of the society, they sort of use spirituality to
Yeah.
normalize the vices that they're involved in. You know what I'm talking about, right? So a lot of the vices that the youngsters have, they use religion, they use dharma as an excuse to sort of continue that and ruin themselves. So can you please talk about this a little bit?
Okay. Um, See, meditation, mindfulness. I first want to bring up this point here that almost 500 million people in the world are practicing meditation on a daily basis.
Mhm.
When such a large group of people practice something on a daily basis, it doesn't, I mean, for sure it has so much into it, right? And it's not that meditation is something that is religious, it is backed by a lot of science.
Right,
um, there's almost new studies are happening every week on meditation, on how its effects are and what it does to human body, what it does to human mind. But one of the most interesting ones, and the one that suits today's generation, is there's something called DMN, default mode network, which is responsible for self-referral thoughts, which is responsible the brain cell which is responsible for wandering all about, aka our monkey mind.
right,
It is also associated with a lot of sadness. When you are thinking so much, you get worried about today, you get worried about tomorrow, then you develop anxiety, then after anxiety you develop another mental problem. So this is how it goes on and on. But scientists have proven that people who meditate, they have amazing control on their DMN. The mind does not wander. See, even if your mind wanders, a meditator can snap back into reality very fast. A meditator can quickly come back, and it controls the entire structure of the brain. When you're not agitated about your future, when
right,
you're proudly living in the present, is when you can have a healthy mind. And this
right,
is just a very small example of how meditation makes huge differences. I have seen
right,
this myself.
right,
Uh, there was this person, when we also have traveled a lot to meditate. I still have a meditation teacher, spirituality teacher. So when we travel to them, when we sit with them, we hear a lot of stories. But this is one story that I saw. There was this person, very young, probably in his early 20s, who got the habit of smoking pot, smoking on a regular basis. He was a chain smoker, he was
right,
drinking a lot, and all of that. His parents put him to a rehabilitation center. They were very worried about him, that what is the future of this guy going to be if
right.
he already spoiling himself at such a younger age. They put him to the rehabilitation center, probably in California or somewhere, a very nice rehabilitation center.
Right.
There for about 3 months. He quit everything. He came back. When he came back for 3 4 months, he did not touch the cigarette. He did not, have a sip of alcohol. But slowly, when he started going out to college, when he started going out with his friends, he was back to square one. This guy, all the money spent, all the time spent, he missed 1 year of his education being in the rehabilitation center, but he was back to square one. And his parents again were so worried. They were continuously, trying to get in touch with different people and see who can help how. And then they got in touch with the spiritual leader who told him that with just the activity of mindfulness, silence, meditation, and yoga, his mind will not wander all about. He will not feel like doing all of these things, and he'll come back to not having these habits. So for about 6 months he meditated every day. He was asked to go meet the spiritual leader every day. The spiritual person would make him sit, teach him meditation, teach him mindfulness, teach him Indian mantras that carry so much energy, right? Even ancients say that the sound of the universe is Om, and when you say Om, you there's a connection between you and the universe. It energizes you in a way. So he practiced yoga on a daily basis, and 6 months, and he was completely out of it. And he's still out. He still meditates every day. I think it's been 2-3 years to this. He still meditates every day, and he doesn't even feel like smoking anymore. He tells us that he feels like he was so stupid. His name is Digvijay.
Okay.
He tells us that he was so stupid to even do all of that, and how meditation has helped him so much to
Right.
come up with all of these things. And um, the problem with youngsters is that they think meditation, spirituality is for older people. They give an age barrier to it, but it's not that way. In ancient India, before, of course, the Mughals invaded India, children were sent to Gurukul. And what were they taught? They were taught more of practical knowledge and limited theory. They were made to meditate. They were taught different types of meditation and mindfulness. They were taught different types of yoga. And that's how the most skilled men came out. And when the most skilled men came out of Gurukuls, that's when we had the courage. We had people like Shivaji, Maharana Pratap, Rani Lakshmi Bai to fight these people, to
Right.
fight people who invaded India. So that's how efficient and that's how efficient a person becomes, as the kind of quality that it gives in to a person when they start going on lines of meditation and yoga.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. धन्यवाद. नमस्कार.